Warranted to throw a margarita or a mojito, whatever your alcoholic beverage of choice was, in someone's face. And let's be clear, I didn't not throw something at you because I couldn't. It's that I really have real to lose.
This morning, the reality television star and her husband are preparing to defend themselves against fraud charges. The couple accused of faking a burglary at their Maryland home so they could collect insurance money.
Sharon just got out of jail. Now Wendy's going there. What the hell? We taking turns over here? Like, I don't want no parts, okay?
For reality star Mia Fields Thornton as she had a first appearance at the Fulton County Jail Thursday. Took over $11,000 in furniture from a leased furnished condo in West Midtown.
You can be a grand dame. You can't be the grand dame of Potomac. Make your own grand dame. All of us
They
are
can't be the grand dame of Potomac. Why? Because you are?
Because I have to handle it.
Can I talk with yeah. I can't talk to your husband. He's not really involved in this incident. He can help me translate or get you to cooperate.
He is.
Okay.
Yes, you're okay.
How much you guys drink tonight? How much alcohol?
Are you good?
I'm good. I'm just saying, you know, they're assuming that you had more than you should have, and I'm assuming that you had like a couple of beers or something like that.
Yes, that's all I had.
Scandals are nothing new when it comes to the Real Housewives franchise, because in every Real Housewives show, there's always been a cast member that got into trouble for something that they said or did on or off of the show. The recent news about some of the cast members of the Real Housewives of Potomac and a former cast member's legal woes are surprising, because the cast members are educated, working moms that also run businesses and know that actions have consequences. My name is C.O. Koroba, and welcome to my channel where I talk about stuff that I like to talk about, like a particular reality TV franchise that has a bunch of craziness going on behind the glamour. Let's get into it. Real Housewives of Potomac cast member Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddie Osefo were arrested on October 9th, 2025 and booked on fraud charges. According to People.com, Wendy faces 16 charges, including 15 counts of fraud, and Eddie faces 18 charges, 16 of which allege fraud. Per the police, the couple claimed designer bags and jewelry were missing from their bedroom during a reported burglary while they were in Jamaica on April 2024. Before Wendy was allegedly seen wearing one of the diamond rings on social media. After an investigation was done, it was found that other items that they said were stolen were purchased and returned to their respective stores, and a full refund was provided prior to the alleged robbery. Wendy posted on Instagram thanking fans for the outpouring of love, support, and prayers for herself and her family. Resigned from her role as a distinguished visiting professor at Wesleyan University, and she appeared at BravoCon 2025 this past November, calling the situation unfortunate, expressed gratitude for their support, and said that her family is living by the motto, chin up, during this time. Former Real Housewives of Potomac cast member Mia Thornton was arrested at the Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta Airport this past November. According to a statement from the Atlanta Police Department, Mia Thornton was arrested after officers responded to a wanted person call at the airport's Customs and Borders Protection Office. Police said that she has an active City of Atlanta warrant in connection with larceny involving an alleged furniture theft. A police incident report says that Thornton and the man identified as Jared McGriff suddenly moved out of her rental apartment in the middle of the night on October 28th, and the pair took all of the furniture which was in the unit prior to their move-in, as well as the TV which was on the wall. The landlord reported that the furniture and TV cost a total of $11,000. According to the report, Mia Thornton wrote on an Instagram post on her 41st birthday after the arrest about composure over chaos, grace over noise, that she's choosing alignment, elevation, and elegance always. Real Housewives of Potomac cast member Karen Huger was released from jail on September 2nd, 2025 for good behavior after serving 6 months of her 1-year sentence for a DUI. I talked briefly about Karen's arrest in a previous video I made about season 9 of the show, and I talked about some of the charges that she was facing at the time in another video. Karen Huger will be serving 5 years of probation instead, and made her first appearance since her release on November 14, 2025 at BravoCon. The Real Housewives shows revolve around the glamorous lives of each cast member that they attained themselves or through their spouses. It seems like over the years, the cast members have been amping up the glamour, and we're seeing occurrences of cast members doing things to try to maintain the glamour or give off the impression that they are living a glamorous life. You're probably familiar with a particular former cast member that is currently doing time for the things that she was doing to sustain the lifestyle that got her on the show. Former Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast member Jen Shah was arrested by federal agents while filming season 2 of the show and faced fraud and money laundering charges. Jen Shah and her assistants sold bogus business services and leads to victims, promising they would help their online businesses when in actuality, the services had little to no value and the victims of their schemes were elderly and vulnerable. Jen Shah pleaded guilty in July 2022, was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison, and was released on December 10, 2025. That is an issue with reality TV in general. Whenever a reality TV star gets involved in a scandal or gets into legal trouble, it gets posted on TMZ and broadcasted on the local and national news depending on the severity. The reason why it's a big deal whenever a Real Housewife cast member gets involved in a scandal or gets into trouble with the law is because there's the impression that they don't need to do those things because of their wealth and their careers could be ruined by those missteps. Basically, they know better. But as we've come to find out over the years, the saying "all that glitters isn't gold" also applies to the Real Housewives franchise. Potential former Real Housewives of New Jersey cast member Teresa Giudice and her ex-husband Joe Giudice were indicted on 39 counts, including mail, wire, and bankruptcy fraud. Teresa was sentenced to 15 months in prison and served 11 months, while Joe was sentenced to 41 months. In early 2025, Teresa and her current husband Luis Ruelas were issued a combined total of over $3 million in tax liens. Teresa is also suing her former bankruptcy lawyer, alleging that he misled her and failed to properly advise her of her tax liabilities. Former Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member Kim Zolciak and her ex-husband Croy Berman owe IRS over $1 million in unpaid taxes, penalties, and interest from 2013, 2017, and 2018. They have accumulated hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, including high balances with interest and fees. They are in legal trouble for defaulting on a home equity credit line for their Alpharetta, Georgia mansion. They're also dealing with a separate lawsuit from another bank regarding a home loan and their ongoing divorce. I think that what also keeps the Real Housewives franchise going is that they show the cast members going through personal stuff, like losing a loved one, their marriages unraveling, and illness. The women go through personal stuff just like the rest of us, and when we see someone on TV going through a hard time, it makes them relatable. These women are human, and some of them may be using the glamour facade to hide what's really going on off camera. If cast members started living within their means instead of trying to uphold an image to look like they belong on the show, it will still be the Real Housewives because they're doing what Real Housewives do. In real life, housewives are paying attention to their spending, making sure that the bills are paid, and their children are taken care of while going through personal things that are not being filmed by a camera crew. I said in a previous video I made about why I watch shows like The Real Housewives, that I like the glam, I like how they do their makeup, and I like the way that they dress. I'm also enjoying those things at their expense because some of them are going as far as making poor choices to keep up the glam. With that said, I'm still going to watch the current season of the Real Housewives of Potomac and the Real Housewives of Atlanta because I like those shows. I think that at this point, the Real Housewives isn't going anywhere unless the fans decide that they've had enough and stop watching. And it will take more than the cast members getting caught faking the glam to end the Real Housewives. The current cast members that I mentioned throughout the video are still on the show, and the former cast members can come back if they wanted to, but cast members might consider an attainable lifestyle. Press the like button if you enjoyed this video. I've got 97 videos on my channel, check them out, and subscribe if you want to see new videos from my channel. Follow me on Blue Sky and check out my Buy Me a Coffee page to see the videos that are not on my channel, like my video about MTV Spring Break if you're old enough to remember that. Thank you for watching and have a great day.